Hello everyone, welcome back. I've brought in this forest and this other one. If anybody's been watching my videos, you will have seen me do these. This one was actually brought in to do a bit of weeding, and I want to check it and see how it's growing, if it's growing at all. They're not dying, as you can see, so that's a good sign. These are all cuttings, and I was just showing, rather than just planting all the cuttings into a tray like this, why not plant them and make a bit of a forest out of them, and that way then if they do take, you've already got your basically forest already made. You can just work away on it rather than have to wait until they've taken and then have to transplant them and all that in to make a forest. Why not just make a little forest using the cuttings? Well, I don't know if they've rooted yet, but they've been in this tray now for 4 months, I think it is, and surely if they haven't rooted they'd be dead by now. They started going brown, so I'm going to give them a reading and then we'll check. I kind of kept them in the shade, outside but in the shade, so they weren't getting a lot of sun on them. And the other one I kept on the floor, so no direct sun was hitting that, because that one was only done a month ago. So I'll finish the reading in a minute. Let's just check. So what I'll do is we'll just pull up a tree carefully. We'll have a look and see if there's any roots. I'll just bring the camera in a bit closer so we can see. We're hoping that we have a little root starting. So we'll just pull up this one, and it feels like it's attached a bit. Gently pull it out. Oh yeah, as you can see, definitely roots growing on it. Okay, we can actually put that one back in then, like that. If we lose one, then that's not too bad. We're checking it. At least we know now they're growing. And our little plan worked. Building a forest out of cuttings. Okay, hopefully it'll be alright in there. So I'll just finish weeding it and then we'll come back and have a look at it. Okay, so they all seem pretty firm in the tray, so hopefully they've all taken, and not just the one that I guessed. They all seem to be moving the soil around them when I do. So if I didn't see the video when I made this, what I did was I was pruning back a tree and I kept all the cuttings off it, and I put a thin bit of wire on each one because they were all curved and bent over, and I straightened them all up so that they're all straight up, and then we just put a bit of rooting hormone and stuff on them, and we basically styled a bit of a forest out of them, rather than I was just going to put them in rows in the tray. I said why not build a little forest, so that's what I've done. Now obviously they're going to need work as they grow. The wire will all have to be taken off at some stage. I'll just nip it off, I won't try and untangle it, I'll just snip into it, and then we'll probably take off a lot of the bottom branches so we can see the trunks on the trees, and reduce them back. This bigger tree here, I'm just going to reduce back this one here so it's not competing with the apex, and maybe this one. And that's okay. This one's okay, and the rest seems to be all good. Yeah, so we'll probably bring the reduced branches up so that you get a bit of a trunk on them. It was mossed. I did moss it when I did it, I'm sure, but well, the moss has kind of died off now, but I'm not going to bother remossing it now. I'm just going to leave it grow, and maybe in the autumn time or something, or when we come back to it, we'll have a look, and if they're well and truly established, we'll take off the wire and we'll start working on the landscape a little bit, maybe prune up the trees a little bit. And yeah, so that was definitely a success, so I'm happy with that. Got ourselves a whole forest for nothing. Okay, so let's have a look at the other one. Just mark away. Now this one was done more recently. This was only done about a month ago. And see, we've lost a couple of. This was the main tree. I actually got this. If you don't remember this one, if you haven't seen it, I bought this tree at a car boot sale for €1, and all these were cuttings off this main tree. It was just a big bush basically, and I chopped it all back, taking all of these off it, and we've used them as cuttings. So this one has only been in a month. There's some dieback on it, so I'm not sure how well this one's been doing. But again, we'll check the roots and see. I'm not expecting this to have rooted yet, but you never know. So I'll try this tree here. It's mostly in the open, so got a bit of dieback at the back. I don't know if you can see close. It's putting up a bit of resistance, so I'm hoping. There was one little root on it, so we're starting to get a bit of rooting going. A little grub there, we don't want him in there. Carefully put that one back in there. And let's see, try this one. Oh yeah, look. Definitely got some rooting going on, so that's good in the space of a month to have them rooting already, like that. Just put the hole back there and carefully. Hopefully we're not going to be killing these by doing this. They should be okay. If not, just be down a couple of trees in our forest. Okay, so that seems to have worked as well in a month. So if they're growing that one in 1 month, surely in the space of a few months we'll get a lot more growth. It's funny that the back of this one and the front of this one died. It's like right in that area, which is weird. The main tree, it still has its roots on it. Some sort of okay, I'm just going to show you what I've got here. I'm just going to carefully pull this tree out again. Right in here, where the two trees are dying. I don't know if it's the cause of it, but I just moved the soil back there. You can see there, big load of eggs of something. Just so happens right between the two trees that were dying. You can see them in there. Some eggs off something. So I presume they're no good. Not sure if they're eggs from vine weevils or something. It's quite wet, this plant. It's been on the ground, so what I am going to do now is take it off the ground, put it up on the bench. Now it's actually growing. So maybe, just maybe, do something in here that was trees laying the eggs and attacking the roots of them 2 trees. Or, well, it's a bit unusual because there's only 1 root on the little tree anyway, on this one, and it's actually on the side which is dead. So I don't know, it doesn't seem to have been attacked by anything, so it might be just coincidence. Maybe I need to, I'll probably treat the soil for vine weevil anyway, just to be safe. That could be just the sun, maybe that one, it wasn't getting, well, it was down on the ground, so it wasn't really getting any sun anyway. But we'll put it back the way it was, so at least it was die back. It'll be facing the other tree, so at least the front of the tree will be. We want it a little bit over to one side. Just put it. Don't want it blocking the main tree. Just put it back over this way a little bit. So seems to be falling over like it's got no roots. No, that one doesn't have any roots on it yet. So I think some have rooted, maybe some haven't yet. So we'll just leave them for another while. It has only been a month. We'll give them another month or so, and then we'll just carefully check them again. But I've no doubt that we'll definitely get a few of these survive, if not all. Hopefully the main tree will survive. It seems to have new growth on it, so it's just this side. But we'll put it up on the bench now, let a bit of sun on it, let it get a bit of heat. It might help encourage it to grow a bit better. Okay, so that's the 2 of them. I can definitely say they were a success. I'm especially delighted with this one because that tree cost me €1 in a car boot sale, and it was just an experiment because I'd done this one. But I do think this will make a really good forest one day, once we can prune the branches back and start doing a bit of individual selection of the branches, and we'll get the trees nice and straight. I think it definitely looks like a mountain range. Right, so it was just a short video just to show you them, a bit of an update. We'll give you another update on them again in another month or 2, see how they're getting on. Hopefully that other one will be still growing and getting stronger, and if not, then it cost me €1. So, but I think we'll definitely get some trees out of it. Okay, so as always guys, if you like my videos and stuff, please press the thumbs up button, lets me know, and don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.